And in this class, we will look at the mindset and the attitude needed to excel in digital marketing in the current era, and especially in the troubled time post COVID 19. Because, as you know, I truly understand the difficulty and the difficult circumstance that you guys are going to face down the line because of this travel and the industry disruption that has happened due to COVID 19. And we are here to ensure that you are going to have the tools and the resources needed to excel in the travel and tourism industry when you complete this course and you get out there, all guns blazing, ready to make money and success for whichever business that you are going to ally yourself with. So let's get into the first slide right away. And I'm going to start off in the first slide itself by introducing who I am, and I'll just talk a bit about myself and how I became your digital marketing trainer for this current semester. Also, we will look at what is basically digital marketing and how we can leverage the power of digital marketing to propel our career forward, basically, since you are right now in your college career, and in fact, what type of limited digital marketing that you can do right now from this very moment onwards. We will explore all those possibilities together. And I will also highlight you, elucidate you more on the current scenario of the travel and tourism industry in a world post COVID 19, which to say the facts plainly, it has been one of the biggest industry disruptors that have happened in the recent times. And we have the unfortunate privilege of living in such a time where, as you can see, education itself has gone online. Me taking class for you from like a thousand kilometers away, that's just one of the samples, and more illustrations of how travel the industry has been disrupted. We will go over them, and of course, how we can overcome this industry disruption by using digital marketing, leveraging the power of digital marketing, and with our own version of Gone Corona Gone to ensure that we are going to come out there as provisioned digital marketers in the travel and tourism industry. Then we will explore the current opportunities as well as what are the future prospects of digital marketing so that you can understand how you can position yourself in the marketplace as a digital marketer to help travel and tourism industry excel in their respective fields. That's what you're going to be learning from this course. And of course, yeah, the theme of this presentation, theme of the first presentation is itself, I want to raise your standards. I want to set a high standard for each and every one of you so that you're going to start thinking big, building up the mindset of a digital marketer from the basic foundation onwards. Yeah, we'll have to do some drilling down as well. As you know, any building is built only after you have excavated some earth and built up the foundation and all. The same stuff we have to do here as well, and I'll have an interesting exercise for all of you guys to do, and it is completely an exercise which all of you can, I'm sure, perform easily on your own. And of course, I'll have the conclusion, a final word, and I'll share with you the document file that you need to work on for your assignment. So let's get into my own personal introduction. My name is Hemant Achamedu, but you can also call me by my personal brand name, which is Ask Hemu. So that's one very short way of calling myself. I am your digital marketing trainer for the duration of this course, and how I became a digital marketer and how I got the privilege of teaching you was because I was able to build my own personal brand. I launched my own website. I built my own sales funnels for the clients that I worked with. I have run my own advertising campaign. I have promoted my own personal brand. Apart from that, I have helped businesses excel in achieving their own targets. And of course, I know how to analyze an audience and take in insights from people, and at the same time have a very coherent strategy for planning a campaign for companies. And of course, my most important foundation the foundation which allowed me to make this transition from being a postgraduate in physics to becoming a digital marketing trainer was my own long-term vision, in which I had to adapt and evolve to the changing world, to the changing scenario, and with my inner core with which I resonated with. That's what helped me become your digital marketing trainer. And apart from that, as an individual, I am an Arsenal fan. I support Arsenal since 2004, and I play as a left back for my own City Arsenal team. So that's just about me. So let's move on to the next subject, next slide, which is, of course, why we need digital marketing, especially when it has, like, sometimes people think, okay, all I need is just a website and a Facebook page and just some random post on Instagram, and okay, done. That's it, right? In fact, it's not the fact. The fact is, in fact, marketing is a very precise science. And to understand your customer clearly, you need to know what they are thinking about. When you understand the needs of the customer and you think in that aspect, that's when you make that conversation with your customer, that's when actually marketing starts. Whatever preconceived notion that you have had about marketing, I want you to, like, throw it away. Cast it away from your minds, put it in the waste box, and that's it. Throw it away for good. Because those are one of the biggest misconceptions which the education industry has successfully sold to you over the coming days. Marketing is bad. Selling is bad. All these aspects you will cast away from your minds forever after the completion, as you are going through this course, in fact. And we will evaluate the mechanism and the terminology by which we can formulate a grand strategy by which you can achieve the goals and aims of your industry, whichever company that you're working for, whether it be travel and tourism, or even if you choose to change your field after this course. Digital marketing will remain a useful tool in your arsenal, which you can use anytime, anywhere, because that's how universal digital marketing is in the current scenario post COVID-19. And I would like to insert a quote from world famous marketer Peter Drucker, and I want to specifically read out his quote once more. The aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well that selling becomes superfluous. Selling is an art, and we ensure that selling becomes superfluous so much that you won't need anybody else's opinion, because you are convinced about the product so much that selling is just an art of life. Selling becomes a way of life for that company. Now, I'm sure that you guys would be wondering about this quote, and you would not have seen about this about selling in such a manner. In fact, I want to now take your attention away from this current presentation and move you guys towards a certain exercise which all of us did um, over this past week. In fact, we filled a Google form, right? So let's look at that Google form right now. Okay, I hope Stanley is in. Stanley just came in front of that tab. Okay, yeah. Now, these are the results of the anonymous survey that we did. Yeah, these are the results of the anonymous survey that we did. Hope my screen is visible. Yeah, it's taking some time. That's it. And as you can see here, the most popular brand among all of your names, of course, was Pepsi. There you go. Patil Heritage, 0%. Garve Technical Fibers, I'm so happy 3 of you guys got it. In fact, Garve Technical Fibers is one of those companies which are booming after the COVID-19, and it's also a local company. It's based in Pune, you know. Then, of course, it's the Oberoi Group, 14. Neil Kamal Furniture. Hey, I'm sitting on Neil Kamal right now. Yeah. Neil Kamal is also another company which grew vastly because they are in the plastic and petrochemical industry. They grew. Kingfisher, of course, again, extensive advertising, right? Seagram's, whiskey brand selling music. WPP London, again, they don't market, of course, but WPP London is the brainchild behind the Incredible India tourism campaign. So that's how popular, that's how important WPP London is for you. And the founder of WPP London is also someone who is very much associated with advertising. So they are all names that will come up down the line in our presentation as well. And of course, again, all of your opinions about these products, we were able to assess, we were able to collect them. All of these opinions were there in the survey as well. Even several emotions that the brands came up with you. And these companies are all on the internet as well. As you can see, 85% of you guys voted that yes, these companies have on the internet. Just maybe one of you voted no. That's perfectly fine. But their ads are there on the internet. Even if they're not YouTube ads, they will also be in there in banner ads as well. Sometimes you open a website looking for content and you will see some on the sides and all, you will see some notorious pop-up ads, right? Yeah, all those count as advertising. Then of course we even looked at some of your favorite tourist destinations. Some of you wrote Kerala. Great to have you all come down here once the COVID-19 pandemic is over and all. And then your dream tourist destination, of course, as expensive as it is, yeah, go for it, because that's where the true vision comes in. And your dream hotel chain, of course, that also we looked up at. Okay, so let's get back to our slide right now. And the purpose of that survey was again to get a clear market analysis, to understand what the customer is thinking. And I was trying to get how a student or someone who in their college vacation time would plan for their visit, and while planning for their visit, what would be the products that they purchase, what would be the locations that they would go through. All of these aspects were mingled into that survey form as you did there. Let's get back to our presentation, and we have 69 people on board. Great to have all of you here. Thank you so much for being here despite all of your network issues and all. Great to have you here. And the presentation is back. So we were leaving at a quote by Peter Drucker. Yeah, presentation is back up. And going forward into the next slide, this survey and this intention would basically communicate what marketing is all about. Marketing is about sending the right message to the right person at the right time. How many of you have experienced that call on your phone when you were standing on the queue to get a local train ticket? How many of you have experienced that? That time when you have battled the queue for around 30 minutes, and then you are just about to get there. Suddenly, oh my god, a cold caller, somebody's calling you, right? And well, I empathize with those poor guys, because that's their marketing strategy. Their marketing strategy is pick a number from a list, call them, and pitch the product directly. Again, no education, nothing is going on over there, and they're only concerned about sales. You tell me, you can call 100 people. 100 people will be 100 different things, but they will not be in an environment where they might be in the right mind to make the transaction, to make the sale. But that's exactly what digital marketing helps you to do. Digital marketing helps you to send the right message to the right person at the right time, where your responsibility will be to create the right message and to set the message to be sent to the right person at the right time. As you would have already noticed, how our assignments were all coming at scheduled times, right? I was never online when those assignments were posted. I scheduled them and I went about my own activities. And those assignments were scheduled and sent exactly when I wanted them to. I ensured that you were not engaged with classes during those times, and only at times of the day when you were free, you would receive an email saying, okay, Hemant has uploaded an assignment. So some of you guys went in and looked at it. Some of you guys are not opening your emails. So since 69 people right now are present, all of you guys have to check your emails 2 times a day. Once you can check it in the morning, the second time you can check it in the evening before dinner. So make that very clear here. You have to check your emails 2 times a day. Whoops, somebody got dropped out. That's fine. I got 70 people on the attendance roll. That's great. I wanted to get the 71st person as well. Sorry. I'll type in your name if you message me in person. Okay. Yeah. So going back to the presentation, this is very important to have the right marketing strategy, because not only we want to get in a customer with the right mindset, but we have to keep them happy. And the objective of marketing is to make sure that they remain customers for life, which is something I'm pretty sure one brand has successfully done over the past few years, especially when you were in your school days as well. Geo came out. Geo came out as a huge market disruptor, especially by their free SIM cards, right? And now Geo has completely upset the data industry, the telecommunications industry, so that the other big companies are all hemorrhaging losses just to stay competitive with Geo. So that's just one example by which Geo ensures that they have a large customer base, and most of their customers are going to remain loyal with them because of that in immense loyalty which they have generated within several groups of customers because of their market disruption strategy. And of course, we will also see some sustainable ways, because not everyone can throw in money and afford so much losses like Geo, or even how Ola is the more popular one in Bombay. Yeah. So like Ola, Zomato and all are doing, we'll find more sustainable strategies which even you can pursue in as you're starting your digital marketing journey. And yep, like I mentioned, trust is the most scarce resource in the world right now, and that's why it is very important that we cultivate a habit of building trust between all of us here. Right now, even all of you guys, classmates, when you're here in this common class, you're not communicating with each other like you usually do. Otherwise, we would all be in benches. I would be standing on a podium, and you guys would be probably having some kind of physical interactions with each other, right? That is, of course, currently lacking. But inside this Google Classroom, we have an opportunity. That's why I've left the message board open for all. All of you guys can post, all of you guys can comment, and I want you guys to use